Hello guys, now for those of you that have this type of problem in your place of work, maybe you want to resign and still be able to apply for disoccupazione. So in this video, I'll be telling you 3 ways you can actually resign and still be able to apply for disoccupazione. Maybe because you are tired of that type of job, or some of you just bought your house and your house is too far from where you are working, your company, and you cannot be bonus transport fare. The distance is too far, or maybe you lose your house where you are staying now. You just lost the house and they ask you to pack out, and where you now got your new accommodation is also too far from your place of work, or whichever reasons that you might have, and you want to stop that work. And you know, most company will tell you that they will not sack you, maybe because you are a special worker in that company, and the company knows that if they sack you, it will be very difficult for them to get a replacement. So some company will tell you no, they will not sack you. If you must stop work, you should sack yourself. And the normal thing people will tell you, if you resign yourself, you will not be able to apply for the disoccupazione. So in this video, I will explain what are the things I think you can do, because most people do call me to ask me this question. Now, before I continue, I want to beg you to use Send. That is the best app everybody are now using to send money to Nigeria. If you put my promo code HeroesTV, they will dash you €5 in your first transaction. It does not matter the amount that you are sending. You can send €5 and they will still dash you €5. You can send €10, any amount you send, they will dash you €5 in your first transaction. You can get Send from Apple Store or from Play Store. Thank you. Now, number one, which is the simplest one, is just for you to first of all convince your boss in your place of work. Sir, ma, please, I just bought a new house and the house is too far. Coming from that place to this place is eating up my transport fare. You could beg them, or you lose your house. Please, sir, where I'm not staying now, I'm not staying with my sister in Napoli, and this job is in Milan. It's too far. I cannot cope. So you could look for one or two excuses to give to that company just to convince them. So that is the easiest one. If the company can accept, then they can then decide to sack you for justa causa. What is this justa causa? Is what we call justifiable reason. So this reason that you give is justifiable, so they can sack you because of that. So if they are the one that sack you, it will be so easy for you to go and apply. But most companies will not want to do it. I don't know the reason. Even if you explain from today till next year, they will not listen to you. So in that case, what will you do? In my own candid advice, I will advise you to go and resign by yourself. Resign, follow the procedure of resigning by yourself, tell them that you don't want to work anymore, then you resign. After you resign, you now go and look for somebody else that can employ you again. It could be your friend. Somebody will say, you know, getting a job is so difficult. I know. So it could be your friend that is also working. The person can give you 1 month domestic contract, lavoro domestico. So you go to the commercialista with this your friend, they will just do 1 month contract for you, that you are coming to help the person clean the house. It could be 6 months contract, it could be 2 months contract, it could be 1 month contract. You just do it. So after that 2 months contract expires, then you can now go and apply for the disoccupazione, and they will pay you all your money, including the one that you worked in your previous company before. So how does it actually work? They actually count the last 4 years you worked. That is what IMSS normally calculates. So even if you have worked for 20 years, you have worked in 20 places, you have worked in 30 places, it does not matter. But all the years that you have worked does not also matter. What matter is the last 4 years of your life, of your working life, that they will put together. So whether when you worked in that old company where you went to resign, your friend now do 2 months contract for you, domestic contract, they will add this new 2 months and add it to every other years that you have worked in. So whichever company that you have worked with, they'll put everything together. If it's up to 4 years, they will now divide that 4 years into two. All the money that you worked for that 4 year, all the contribution that you made, they will divide it into two. That is why they will always pay you disoccupazione for maximum of 2 years. It is 4 years bring together, divide that 4 years contribution, which will now be 2 years. So they will pay you for that 2 years every month. Although the payment structure also change. So I will cover how the payment also work in another video. So let's assume you have not also worked up to about 4 years. You have worked for only 3 years in all the years that you have worked. So they'll put that 3 years together, divide it by two, which will now be a year. They'll pay your disoccupazione for a year and 6 months. So if you have worked 1 year before somewhere else, and this your new 2 months that your friend did for you, which is 12 months altogether, divide by two, we give you 7 months. So they'll pay your disoccupazione for 7 months. So that is the easiest way I will advise you to do it, because some company you will explain, they will not want to listen to you. So you can resign yourself, look for somebody that will give you a new contract of 1 month, of 2 months. If that one expire, then you can go and apply for disoccupazione. Then the third one, which I will naturally not advise you to do, but you can, it is your right as well. So you can also resign yourself and write justa causa. Now let's take for example, I'm working in a company and my boss is not paying me my salary. I work 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, he's owing me 3 months salary, 4 months salary. Are you now telling me to continue that type of job? Because if I resign myself, him will not pay me. It is not proper. Some company will, you work 2,000 euros, they will pay you 900. They will, next 2 days they will pay you 50 euro. The other day they will be paying the salary as if they are helping you. So some people have this type of problem, so you cannot continue with that type of job. So in that case, you have a justifiable reason. You must be able to gather the evidence, bring your bank statement, bring your booster paga to also show as an evidence. So you can go to CAF and say, I cannot continue with this job, I want to resign, and they should be able to help you do it for justa causa. So when IMS see it at times, IMS might not accept it, they might invite you to bring this evidence because you resign yourself. So you can be able to show IMS this evidence that my company, they don't pay me, so I've worked for the past 6 months, they only pay me 2 months, they not pay. So that is a reasonable reason, because you cannot tell me to continue working. So that type of process is kind of complex, because at times it is still IMS that will still decide whether they will pay. That is why most people don't like to resign themselves, even if they have a justifiable reason to resign, because the whole thing is kind of stressful. So I will do a separate video. If you want me to do a separate video on how the payment of this occupation actually work, you can put it in the comment section. If the comment are much, then I will do that video. So please encourage me by sharing this video so to get to as many people as possible.